Hello, this is Jesus from Hustle Labs, and today we're going to be talking about how to use React components in AI coding tools to improve your designs. More importantly, today our focus will be on using this brand new directory called 21st Dev that get a whole bunch of React components that you can use in your AI coding tools. The tool that we're going to be using today is going to be Lovable, one of the most popular AI coding tools out there and the one that I use the most. With that being said, before we continue moving forward, I will ask you for two favors. Number one, I will ask you that you please consider liking this video. When you like this video, you're telling the algorithm that this video is worth watching and that they should push it out to more people. Number two, I will ask you to consider subscribing to my channel. Subscribing to my channel gives me credibility when other people find my channel, and it helps me spread the word about these amazing coding tools that are out there and that are allowing us to build our dreams and goals. With that being said, we're going to jump into 21st Dev, but not before I show you what I have built so far, and then we will transition into how you can do the same. And here we are in the demo that I have created. I created a demo for a CRM business tool. So as you can see, it got a nice background with some moving particles in the back. We have this button that have some hover effects. I don't know if you can see it, but the lights move as I move my mouse around it. And if we scroll down, it's blank here. And then there are some particles down here as well. So we're going to be using some of these components in Lovable. And I have already pre-selected some, so to speed up the process, but I will show you exactly how you can get some different ones. They have a whole bunch of free resources available, and then they have partnered with some creators, some developers to sell some premium ones. And we will talk about both and whether or not they're worth it. But with that being said, let's jump in and start exploring what 21st Dev has to offer. All right, so here we are on 21st.dev, and 21st.dev is 21st.dev. I will leave the link down in the description below. This site is free for the most part, and it has some of the best design assets that I have seen out there on the internet. So as you can see, number one, let's start with sidebar. You got the pro components here, and as the name might imply, these are paid components or paid kits that you can pay for, and it has everything that you will need. We're going to take a look at one or two here in a little bit, but I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind that those are paid. They are not sold by 21st Dev. They are sold by third party. So just for you to know. But we're going to start exploring the sidebar. So the sidebar is divided into three main components. You got hooks, UI elements, and landing pages. And then within each of those categories, you are going to have full your subcategories where everything is divided into. You can also just go to the homepage and take a look at every single component that they have available, or 645 of them. You can also see which ones are the most popular and which ones are the latest that have been added to this repository. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of these categories. The first one is the backgrounds. This is great for hero sections in your application, and perhaps some of the other sections that you're going to create in your landing page. Then you got the maps, and even though it says maps, it's just a design that should be added into your, again, landing page. Then you got the UI elements down here. You got some carousels. Depending on what you're building, you might want to use some of these. I have a big use case for this one right here on the right. So that's something that I will be using here in the near future. We're going to file upload, and I really like this one, so I can see myself using this one with this animation as well. And lastly, we're going to look at the sidebars, and the sidebars are some that you can use Like I mentioned, I have selected few of them that are here on the right side that we will be using. So right now we're going to jump into Lovable, and I'm going to paste the initial portion of my prompt. Now I want you to understand, I typically like using codeguide.dev to write my prompts. But today, because we're doing something really specific, I'm going to write a 2-sentence prompt, and I'm going to start adding everything that I need myself to be able to use these React codes. So first one is going to be similar to the one that we use in this hero section. All we have to do is we have to copy the code and add the title demo.tss. So demo.tss, shift, return, shift, return. And we need to copy the second part. So the sparkcourse.tss, sparkcourse.tss, and we're going to add everything there. So basically what that is doing is adding all the files that need to be on that hero section, and it's going to send it to Lovable, and Lovable now knows that it needs to use that code. Now, on my initial testing, once or twice, it gave me an error. I just clicked dismiss, just wrote down the same prompt and send again, and it built. It looks like this time we didn't run into the error. So if you run into the error, just know that sometimes Lovable does that. Just copy the prompt again, paste it again in the input field, and push it forward. All right, so now that Lovable have built exactly what I wanted to get, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, looks like, all right, this section, and I'm going to go into the second element that I selected, which is a hover button. Let's allow it to load. And similar to what we had on my demo, we're going to create this. So update every features section to have this design. And the name of the file was demo.tss. And this is the code. Then for the hover button, TSS. We're going to add this and hopefully give us exactly how we wanted it. So rather than doing this button, I figured that it would be better to just go ahead and do each section. Hopefully it does it correctly. If not, we will adjust from there. All right, we're going to load these ones just to make sure that they're loaded. And we're going to go back to Lovable and see what it's doing. All right, so what I changed were the buttons. We're going to revert to an older version because I do not like those buttons there. So an alternative is we can just target that button. And we are going to just paste the same prompt. Update. Not what I wanted to do. Update this button. to have this design. Now looking at buttons at the bottom, I see that they had dark layers. Or will be white. Excuse me, I've been sick lately. So, all right, let's see what it cooks for us. While it's doing that, we get this, which is what I'm going to be using next. And while it's doing that, I want to features. I want to find a nice features section. I don't want to paint the grid. Now, I think this one would be nice. So let's go back to Lovable. All right, we got the button. All right, so we're going to do the feature section. So we're going to select this, update, and this features section with this style. Demo TSS. Then down here, we have, let's see, feature section with Bento Grid. Feature section with Bento Grid.tss. And we're going to send it. All right, now from here, the only thing that I foresee adding there is a footer. So let's find a nice one. Now, let's see how this one looks. Yeah. All right, this one could do it. Okay. All right. That's fine for now. Footer with the following design. Probably demo.tss. And then we're going to have large name footer.tss. Then icons.tss. And lastly, we're going to add buttons.tss. We're going to go up to, going to make sure that we have the large name footer and that we're using the correct one. Spectrum UI, na 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 na. Let's see. Probably doesn't have it. Shut in. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Who knows? Just replace the name with my company name, but in reality, it doesn't matter. This is a throwaway demo. And if I would have wanted to do it, I would have added it to a test editor just to find exactly what I was looking for. But it's not that important at this moment. So we're going to let it work on it. Let's see that it's updating different files. And we're going to let it do what it does best. So it has added the footer. It's going to reload here in a moment. And we're going to transition from the landing page to building the actual software using some of these components. All right, so here it is. It has the name of the business, the name of the business here. I really like it. We could use way more sections in this landing page just to tell the story, but as an initial product, as an initial version, I think this is more than enough. So now we're create the dashboard page. Use this design, create, and we're going to start using. So we got demo.tss. And then we have hero video dialog. I think we're doing pretty good on this project. So it's creating the dashboard right now. So let's see how it goes. Now it's creating the hero video dialog page that I provided. All right, so let's allow it time. Can always refresh this. All right, I will tell you what, we're going to create. So it actually created page. Okay. We're going to ask to create a dashboard page again. And while it's doing that, we get a few things right here that we could use depending on how the UI looks like. Because I didn't do a really big deep dive into it. How they look around a little bit. So, yeah, there's not much context here. Just a video. There's. All right, so here we have the page. All right, so this is not exactly what I was expecting. So perhaps the code wasn't for that specifically. So what I'm going to do is remake the dashboard to look like the dashman. Then we think the earning page design parameters using the same color scheme. We're going to attach this file. And we're going to send it. It doesn't look too bad, especially if he's a brand new user that, okay, so he got like similar UI as there. So, okay, so we're going to make it dark mode because we want to keep it dark, just like the landing page. Think that would be good. And then we're going to add a few elements here so we can start playing around with it. All right, let's allow it to. Add date selector to filter for sessions. The calendar will look like this. And now we're going to go and add the date range picker, demo.txt, DSS. Then we have date range picker, DSS. And we're going to send it. So this should allow us to get that exact same element into our into our design. Go back to Lovable. Are not exactly the same, but close enough. Yeah, close enough. I think it met the criteria. And then, all right, that works. Let's see, select options. And we're going to click option to select country using the following of DSPs. Actually, to select status. Um, Status select. And label. What is the next one? Checkbox. And lastly, select. And this is the last element that we're going to add before moving on to what we are talking about next, which is the Pro UI kits that you can purchase. We're going to close these ones for now. And it's working on the page. So hey, here we got the status and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is perfect. It changes from one to the other. So it works as expected. Now, if we go back to on 21st Dev, you can see that they have the Pro components up here that I mentioned earlier. Let's go back and make sure. And in the Pro components, you have 10 different UI kits that they have partnered with. One of them is Stand UI that have really nice components and templates that you can use in your own feature. They have a whole lot of blocks and components that could be used when using them. The price is quite expensive because it looked like they are all done for you, but they are like designing for your own components. So with that being said, what I would recommend is that if there are components that you like, just go ahead and take a look at them, and perhaps you can find them on a different UI kit similar to As Eternity, which is it's not a monthly cost, it's a one-time purchase, $169, and they have quite a few different components in addition to the templates that they offer, and they have done a really good job at providing those and featuring them. You can also buy individual components for whatever price they are listed for, and they have a whole lot of components available for you to purchase. And again, all you have to do is copy and paste from one place to the other in order to be able to use them. Another one is the Chat CN UI kit, and this one is $69, a one-time fee. You get all access to all the components, blocks, and templates. And looking through them, it looked like they have really decent components and dashboards that you can use. Here is a CRM, website analytics, project management, so on and so forth. This, okay, yeah, they have file manager and among other components. Let's go back to their main page. I just want to show you some of the templates. They have a portfolio template, a chat app template, a SaaS landing page template, and more coming soon. And the last one that I would like to show you is the Minet UI, which again have quite a few components that you could be using for your projects. And they have some free ones and some paid ones. And their price is $99 a one-time fee for you to be able to use their user interface, templates, and components. And again, you can copy that code from these UI kits and paste them into Lovable and these AI coding tools, and that allow you to be able to get much nicer design, just like we did as I was doing my demo video tutorial. And with this, we have made it to the end of yet another great video tutorial. I really appreciate you watching with me. If you're watching up until now for 30 some minutes, I believe that you like this video. So if that's the case, please make sure you go and smash the like button. Like I said at the beginning, it really helps me reach more people because you're telling the algorithm that this is a video worth watching. And if you like my content, which I assume that if you're still watching, you do, please consider subscribing to my channel. It gives me credibility to show other people out there what can be done with AI coding tools like Lovable. Again, I really appreciate you watching today, and I really hope that you have a great rest of your day. If you're watching around the Christmas season, I wish you a happy new year, and may your goals and dreams become true in 2025. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.